Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Pershing, U.S. Global Command 7.4. One bit of housekeeping. I forgot to do this last on the Soviet turn. NATO won a battle against a task force, so they got a naval battle star, and they chose to upgrade the minor shipyard at Scotland to a major. So, hooray, NATO Navy. Okay, now here we go with tech. PGM, SDIs getting 2 dice, and advanced airborne. Everybody missed. Not too good. Okay, now we are at military aid and purchase. Here we go. Okay, so, and I mentioned on the Soviet video, I forgot to roll aid to pack on the last U.S. turn. I couldn't plan any of my turn or anything until I knew how much that was going to be, so I did it off camera, and they had to send 4. So instead of 54 this turn, U.S. has 50 to spend. So they're laying down a cruiser for NATO for 5. They're spending another 5 to advance their carrier on the build chart to stage 2. They're buying 2 Navy fighters for 7 each, since they will be placed aboard carriers. 2 MBTs for 8, an A-10 for 6, a Top Gun ASF for 8, and 2 paramilitary for the remaining 4. Okay, combat. They're going to be a little bit, not a whole bunch, but a little bit. First off, here in the Atlantic, this P3 is coming over here to A27 to attack those subs. This P3 is changing his patrol station to A27 to join the attack. The SSN and A15 goes 1, 2, 3 to also join the attack in A27. Okay, frigate in A24 is picking up this ASW chopper that's on patrol here, and he's going 1, 2 to attack the SSGN in A35. Another frigate from A24 comes down to A29, picks up this ASW chopper, and they go to A35 to join the attack on that SSGN. And since these are combat moves, I will do them now as well. The ASW chopper that's ashore in southern United States goes on patrol out here in A29. The one on patrol in A33 changes his patrol zone to A34. Okay. I believe that's it for combat moves there. Over here, there's going to be a surgical strike into Shiraz. On this fleet card, which is right there, you see we have an SSN and a cruiser. Each one of them is going to shoot a cruise missile into Shiraz. on surgical strike. And then the B-52 from Diego Garcia is going to fly over here to I-6. Well, he will also shoot a pair of cruise missiles in there for a total of 4. And then the attack bomber from the supercarrier is also going in on the surgical strike, and the Top Gun ASF is going along as escort. Okay, and then the light infantry, the 2 mechanized infantry, and the 2 fighters in northern Saudi are attacking the lone MBT in Basra. Yeah, they're going to attack the lone MBT in Basra. And that's it for combat. So, let's do the 2 P3s and the SSN in A27. P3s roll a 2. They both miss. The SSN, ooh, barely missed with a 5. They're all going to go on silent. The Soviets are all going to go on silent running. Okay, so then we have 2 cruisers and 2 ASW choppers in A35 attacking a lone SSGN. So, 2 frigates. There is the hit that is needed. So, the SSGN defends himself and misses with a 10. So let's bring things up to date over here. Okay, actually there's 3 of them. So these 3 subs up here in A27, the Soviets are on silent running. This SSGN is sunk. Good, good, good. Now we'll come over here and have a surgical strike. So there's no air defenses in there. The Soviets have decided they are not going to scramble from Baghdad. And there is spy satellite support. So we've got 4 cruise missiles. Look at that, 4 hits. Can you believe that? 4 target select hits. I'm going to let that sit there on camera for just a second so that there's no question of anybody believing it. 4 rolls, 4 hits, 4 land target selects. And one of them is a 1. And that's the way we play it, is if you get a land target select that's a 1, you can target a next-gen MBT. Whew. Okay. So now we have the attack bomber. He missed. We're not going to complain about that. So with the 1, we are targeting this guy and getting him out of there. And with the other 3 hits, we're going to take out his MBTs because they attack a little higher. The mech defends a little higher, but the MBTs attack higher. Very, very successful surgical strike. I have some shock and awe. Okay, now we're going to have the fight in Basra. 2 mechs, 1 light infantry, and 2 fighters against an MBT. So, the light infantry at 1 because of desert, he misses. 2 mechs at 2 because of desert. They miss. 2 fighters at 6. Oh my God, they missed. Okay, the Soviet defends. He misses. All right, light infantry. 2 mechs. 2 fighters. Okay, there are 2 hits. 1 hit was needed, got 2. Okay, the mech defends, or the MBT defends, and he misses. So, get this off here. Basra has been captured by the Americans without taking any losses, believe it or not. So light infantry and 2 mechs. Move up there. The 2 fighters land back in northern Saudi on non-combat movement. Okay, that's it for combat. The Navy Air landed back on the carrier. The buff back to Diego Garcia, where he's relatively safe. As long as we're here. It's time for me to airlift this light infantry out of Afghanistan. He's just hanging out there by himself, waiting to be cannon fodder. So, we are going to airlift him into Suez. The light infantry that is in Suez is going to hop over to Western Egypt. So that'll make 4 light infantry, a spag, and a fighter in Western Egypt, facing off against 3 light infantry and a SAM for Warsaw Pact. Okay, then as long as we're here, these 2 MBTs move up to northern Saudi, along with these 2 spags. Okay, very good, very good. Come over this way. This frigate in A31 moves to A26. No, actually, he goes to A32, picks up the ASW chopper from Portugal, and then goes up to A26. The frigate in A15 up here goes 1, 2, down to A26. The 2 frigates, the cruiser, and the battleship from A24 come over here to A26. Okay, then 2 MBTs, a next-gen MBT, A rocket artillery, that makes 4. A SAM is 5. And a SPAG is 6. These guys embark for sea lift and go over here to A26. Nobody is ashore. They're all going to remain afloat. Risky, yes, but it gives them a little more movement flexibility if they survive until next turn. So these guys are all afloat for sea lift. I'll get over here a little. Now you can see a little better. Okay. Then the MBT in southern United States moves up to northeast, along with the 3 next-gen MBTs from Gulf states. They go 1, 2 to northeast, along with the rocket artillery. We used 1 airlift, we have 2 more. We're taking the Marine from Nicaragua and we are airlifting him to UAE. And I think, oh wait, no, there is one more left, the most important one. The cruiser and the damaged battleship go 1, 2 over here to A24. Where they're going in port. So that next turn that battleship can get repaired. So these are in port in A24. Okay, now that's it for non-combat movement. Place units. All right, as long as I got the camera over there. A-10 and the Top Gun ASF. We'll build them here in southern United States at that major air base. Then we come over here to the Gulf. We've got a Navy fighter that is being built on the supercarrier and a Navy fighter being built on the amphibious assault ship. So the amphib gets a Harrier and the supercarrier gets a Phantom. All right, then we have 2 MBTs built in Macau, along with a paramilitary. Oh wait, this paramilitary that was in Macau was supposed to go up to southern or northern Saudi. So a paramilitary built in Macau and the other paramilitary goes up here to northern Saudi. Okay, that's it for placing units. Deliver aid. So we'll put NATO's cruiser on the build chart. And now collect money. before we collect money, we have to roll for aid to pack. That's a 2. And I think on some other turns, I rolled a D6 instead. Yeah, just something I'm not used to doing, so apologies for the mistake. So a 1 to 3, that's going to be 3 going to pack. So we are at 57 plus 8 for Morning in America. I may have forgotten that on their last turn. If I did, it's my fault. Plus 8 is 65. Minus 4 for 2 tankers. And then, well, before I was making a mistake and I was double charging him. And the rules say that if a tanker is lost and an oil zone is lost, you just take the loss from the land zone. So Shiraz caused the Americans to lose the tanker in I-1. So we'll take the 2 for Shiraz, and then there'll also be a -2 for the tanker in A41. I believe that is the correct way to do that. If not, somebody will set me straight. So that's 65 minus 4. Let me check. I'm pretty sure that's the only deduction. Yep, I think that's it. 65 minus 4 is 61. Okay, shot all 4 cruise missiles, built 4. Didn't shoot anything else. So there's +2 anti-ship missiles and +2 Tomahawks. Ozark Outpost, over and out.